changed my life. The Transformers is by far the greatest 80s cartoon of all time. Friggin' TMNT, it doesn't have anything on it if that was made in the 80s. Transformers is one of the greatest franchises I have ever seen, and that's why I wanted to make this video, to talk about Transformers and the vastness of its lore and surrounding media. I'm not going to lie to you, I have not seen a single person who hates G1, well beyond Bayformers fans, but their opinion doesn't count. And like, just look at it, like, it has so much style, so much flair. I mean, just look at that part, just look at that drift! And I'm not just saying this alone, there are plenty of Transformers G1 fans, heck, it's what's kept Transformers as a franchise alive. Well beyond this. Okay, you know what, fine, just to prove that I'm not biased, I will talk about the Bay film. Haha, JK, I'm not talking about garbage. Transformers Armada is a show that really only gets good in its last 2 seasons. Like, don't stab me 25 times and leave me in a ditch, but I swear, this show is so painful in its first few seasons. Because, like, the human characters... Oh god, not the human characters... The human characters are garbage, and they're one of the main contributors as to why I stopped watching the first time around. I'm not making any of this up. The first time I watched it, I just stopped because these characters absolutely ruined the show. So yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that Armada's characters aren't all that good. At least the human ones. I don't have much of a problem with the robot characters like Megatron, Optimus Prime, Starscream, Hotshot, etc. Well, except for one thing, that being how they handle the names of characters. Just to prove my point, let's conduct a quick quiz. Let's test your Transformers knowledge. Who do you think is Sideswipe here? The one that has his exact G1 design, or the one on the right, who looks vaguely like Sideswipe? I guess? And don't worry, I'll let you think it through, except I lied, it's the dude on the right. Now how about we try it again? Who do you think is named Wheeljack here? The guy on the left who has his exact G1 design, or the guy on the right? I'm joking, it's the guy on the left this time. Except that was a joke, it's the guy on the right. Do you see how it can get a little confusing? I know none of the designs in this show are G1, but it's one thing to make the designs not G1, and it's a whole nother thing to assign G1 designs to characters who aren't their G1 characters. Like, why make that essentially the Sideswipe design Wheeljack when you have a Wheeljack design that will work for the character named Wheeljack, but you make the Sideswipe design Wheeljack and you make the non-Sideswipe design the character named Sideswipe? I don't get it. Oh, and fun fact, that character who had the Wheeljack design, it was down.
All worlds are in danger.
Transformers Cybertron. The amount of kid-like joy I got from hearing Optimus essentially go like, Megatron, I'm going to stab you. Let alone hearing all of their freaking one-liners whilst doing it all. It was just so good, and it captured the flair of G1. But even better, if you ask me. This show may be my favorite incarnation of Transformers. It has all the character and all of the love put into it. Like, they went through all the effort to make sure that the transformations actually showed how to transform the freaking toys. No other Transformers show does that. Not to mention the fact that it's criminally underrated. I swear, I see no one talking about this show. But it's, like, so good?
Railbreaker Transform!
I freaking love Transformers Cybertron. So yeah, this video's taken long enough to make, let alone edit, and let alone how long it'll be when I upload it, and let alone how long it'll take to upload it. So I'm just gonna end this with, watch it. If you don't, I will find you, I will break down your door, and I will shoot you dead, I will kill you. I will kill kill you. I don't mean to be that guy that just goes like, "Oh, watch it" when it's a review. Yeah, as so many people have talked about how good this show is, and honestly, I agree with most of everything that they're saying. So I'm just gonna say to go watch it. Oh crap! I've turned into one of those guys. All jokes aside, there is literally nothing more I can add to the discussion of Transformers Animated, but I'll try. Characters good. OST good. Plot good. Animation mostly good. That's it. Transformers Prime is pretty good for the first season. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad show for the first season. All jokes aside, the first season is actually really good. It's great. It's great until they kill Cliffjumper. That sucked. But other than that, it's really good. Then the second and third seasons come along. From what I remember, I did not like them very much. I am rewatching most of the shows for the purpose of this video, but I had already recently watched Prime, so I'm just going off what I remember. And, it's pretty not that great. Although Smokescreen in this was really good, best Smokescreen ever, so I guess watch that. Maybe watch the third season only for Smokescreen. It's a big asking price, but just do it. This show sucks. Sadly, I have to talk more about it, so I'll continue. This show sucks so bad that I decided that I'm not going to screen record video of it, because I don't want to waste space on my phone. And note that my phone isn't even at the max. That's how bad this show is. So here, just take screenshots of it while I tell you how bad it is. Characters bad, story bad, OST bad, plot bad, there. Designs? This is So guys, we're back at G1. The video is over. Wait a second. This isn't G1. I'll only be showing footage from the trailers for this because it's still relatively new and I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Please go watch this yourself if you don't agree with some of my opinions or you want to make your own. Alright, so let's just get on with it. The show's pretty good. I didn't hate it, didn't really like it all that much either, I guess. So I guess I was wrong when I said it was pretty good. It's only kind of okay, I guess. All jokes aside, Siege is a very mixed bag. The designs aren't that bad, but they're just bland, mainly because they're G1. Again. For the billionth time. No changes added. The characters are bland. Some of them are good. I personally liked Bumblebee, mainly because he actually had a somewhat genuine arc. The Ratchet wasn't that bad. He was just kind of barely a character, if you ask me. Unpacktor, I liked his character. He had a pretty good arc, I think. And the voice acting is meh. Some of the characters are pretty good voice actors, but some of them are Optimus Primes. And I have a problem with the voice acting in this show. Like, a genuine problem beyond it just being meh. Because, like, they're only doing this because they don't want to pay unions. But that's really beyond it. That's beyond this tiny little video. Anyways, overall, decent show. The plot wasn't... It was fine, I guess. The OST was pretty good. And, like I said, the designs were meh. Characters also meh. So really, I may just actually have to say watch it for yourself, because there are some pretty varying opinions on this show. Time for Season 2, or the next series, I guess. So I'm going to be much more brief with this one, because it's kind of the same, but it's actually better. I'd say this is one where it's genuinely actually pretty good. The plot got improved a lot. The designs are still the same, obviously. But characters are actually far more interesting in this one. The plot got better, like I said, and overall it's just a major improvement. I do feel like there's still some siege mud left over on it, like certain plot lines not going anywhere, The Decepticons and Autobots just not... I don't really know which faction I align with, if I'm being honest. Because it seems like the Autobots were oppressive jerks, and then they get angry for people retaliating when they're oppressive jerks. So I just, I do not know what they're trying to do. I hope they redeem the Autobots. Wow, why do I have to say I hope they redeem the Autobots in a Transformers show? Anyways, overall, pretty good, I'd say. But so yeah, the video is done. I was originally going to talk about every Transformers show I've watched, but I decided to only talk about the most relevant ones. But if you want a quick recommendation, watch Rescue Bots. It's pretty good. And, anyways, I would ask you to like and subscribe, because chances are you will do it, because my orders are law, and you will follow them. And if you don't, I just know I know where you live, so I wouldn't try, buddy. And anyways, once again, thank you for watching. And if there's one takeaway from this video, I would really want you to watch Transformers Cybertron. It's really good, very underrated, and you need to watch it. So please do it. Do it now. It's great.